All right, welcome back.
Back. So between yesterday, I just did some housekeeping stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I looked through the report to get rid of all these new things. Mm-hmm. The only thing I want to explain to you, because it's a little annoying, is this is the reason I didn't want to play it on normal to unlock the secret ending.
Okay.
So we gotta arrange this, Chris, and get 100, and then we could have the chance of unlocking it after we complete everything in the journal.
Okay.
So that's why I didn't want to do it, because
Right.
to get it, I need to get 100 points with this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get all the stickers, basically. I need to get to the highest points.
Yeah.
And I need to, jump through hoops to get it on normal.
Right.
On the higher difficulties, you just need to beat the game. But I don't feel like trying,
Okay. so
that's why I'm doing this.
Fair enough.
So yeah, that's that. We're going into the game.
Alrighty then.
That's basically it.
So it's Master Sticker Collector 7, right?
Yeah.
That's this game. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like you do.
Yeah, obviously. What was the last fucking game that collected stickers? Oh, Mario, Paper Mario's Sticker Saga, was it? And, I remember everyone when that game came out was just like, this game sucks! It's like everyone.
Or do I have that?
I think you have it, yeah.
I have it.
I'm pretty sure I
We
remember
could
you
play
playing
it, but we probably aren't.
No, we couldn't. That shit was a handheld exclusive. There's no way to
Oh,
record
yeah,
that
no,
shit.
I have that.
Yeah.
That's the one. I also have the one for the Wii they made.
They made one for... I like the one for the Wii. The one for the Wii is pretty good.
The bucket one?
Yeah.
I don't know, that's not the one.
No, that's the Wii U one. That's the bucket one. The one for the Wii was the one that was 2D, and everyone was just like, how dare you! How dare you make the Paper Mario games 2D action
Yes,
RPG instead of turn-based?
That's the one I have.
And I was like, I actually much prefer this, but that's because I have no patience for turn-based RPGs. I say as I'm currently completing Persona personally, that is a turn-based RPG.
I've been playing Dragon Quest Builders on and off, and I am having a blast with that game. Because it's just like...
Anime Minecraft?
Anime Minecraft.
Anime Minecraft. Everyone's favorite game.
But it's also, pretty damn easy.
Oh, yeah. Well, so is Minecraft.
You're right.
Even if you play Minecraft on hard mode, you're probably fine unless you run into, a creeper and you weren't expecting it.
Oh, yeah.
Because, that game's pretty easy, too. What was, Oh. So, speaking of which, actually, now that I think about it. So I've been playing through Persona 1 for the PSP, its remake. Let me explain the Persona series real quick, so everyone can understand my level of disappointment in the Persona company, Atlus, for not currently giving us all we need for Persona games. So, get this shit. So Persona 1 comes out in the US on the PlayStation 1, and they call it Revelations Persona. I think it's because they wanted to avoid Shin Megami Tensei Persona, so because everyone would look at that title and be like, the fuck is that? So they went with Revelations, which ironically got them in more trouble because fucking Christians saw that and were just like, Revelations? No! How dare you insult the words of the god? And then Atlus was just like, we just picked a name that sounded cool, we don't know what it means. Which was really funny. And the game sold not super well, but it sold better. It sold good enough to warrant them localizing the sequel for America, Persona 2. Here's where shit gets fucking crazy. So, Persona 1, when they released it on the PlayStation 1, was localized in a very for-kidsy way. But instead of making the game more PG and nicer, they just changed people to be more American.
I mean, there's both a problem to that, but also it's great.
So the protagonist with his black hair and his single earring was removed from... So now he no longer has a single earring, and now has brown hair to make him more American.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Like, what? Oh, hold on, plot. Yes, I'm just as confused.
It's been a week for us, so.
Master Xehanort!
The old coot certainly knows how to take punishment. Just like
I tied myself up like this, actually.
He did.
That's figured.
What are you after?
That thing right there. It's called the Keyblade, isn't it?
Oh, thank God, someone finally told me what that
Seems like
was.
these days-
No one has told me what this is yet.
Now they talk about it at the
I
very
know,
beginning.
they do.
When I nabbed him, he told me all about it. What a weapon like that can do. How could I not want one?
Well, you'll find they're picky about their owners.
Ah, if I heard the old guy right, you're what they call Keyblade Master material.
I'm what Revolver Ocelot would have been if I was in
So if I
Kingdom
defeat
Hearts.
you, that makes me a good Keyslinger.
Yes.
Am I like you, right?
Yes.
Not the most polite way to go about it, but what can you do? One more step and the coot goes boom. You think I'm gonna fight fair? As if. That key's too powerful for us to go mano a mano.
At least he had a good plan.
For a Keyblade Master, you're not very... what's the word? Good.
What are you doing, Terra? Fight!
But Master, you'll...
Never mind me. You must fight. You can't let this ruffian win. Think of your master, Ericus. The shame he and your fellow pupils would be forced to bear. Use the Keyblade.
Darkness, darkness, darkness!
Use it! Kill him!
Darkness, darkness, darkness!
Use your Keyblade power to kill him!
So much for the bluff.
Defeat the mysterious man. Ridge.
Wait, so it was all a bluff the whole time? He didn't really have the old man rigged with bombs?
Yeah.
What a terrible plan. I know it's Xehanort's plan, but it seems like a bad plan.
I can see it.
Oh my god, this is some fucking Star Wars shit. Anyways, so yes, I'll get back to the Persona thing. So Persona 1 got localized. They changed the main character to have brown hair instead of an earring to make him more American. They changed one of the girls with long black hair to have long blonde hair to make her more American.
Sure.
They changed... They weirdly changed one of the characters to remove the number 1 on his necktie, because his name is, like, in Japanese, is like a joke on the number 1. But because that doesn't translate over to America, they just removed the number 1 from his thing, and we're like, good enough! Trying to think of the other characters.
I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah, and then my
Also,
favorite
this
one...
boss is pretty much dead.
So, oh, they also lightened up all their skin colors from slightly tan white to more white, which is hilarious to me, because it's totally unnecessary in any way.
They just wanted to.
Yeah, like, they just felt like it. But the best one out of all the American changes by far is they changed one of the characters into a black guy with a baseball cap.
Why?
Yeah. So, no one knows why. Atlas refuses to make a statement on it, because if they did, they'd have to acknowledge that Persona 1 exists. And they refuse to do that.
Now he's letting into the darkness, darkness, darkness. And that's how he loses his eye.
Oh no!
This is why he has an eye patch in the rest of the game.
Well. Wait, so he is Revolver Ocelot?
Yeah.
Fuck. Wow.
Jumps away like somebody.
I was gonna say, did he just jump away like a flea? Like, it's like...
You have taken yet another step forward.
But I was
Until
consumed
unlocking
by
your
anger.
true inner
I was
darkness.
consumed by anger,
It was the
hatred.
power of darkness.
That was the power of darkness.
Darkness that you channeled.
No. I succumbed to it.
It feels like even Xehanort is just like, but you're using it for good, and he's just like, but the darkness.
I fucking...
Failure.
Terra's story arc in this game makes me want to just, like, smash my head against a pole.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it was my fault. It wasn't your fault, man!
That he too was.
And that's what Aqua tries to tell him this entire fucking game.
But to light.
Like, I'm gonna give you the brief summary of what's going on.
Yeah.
Terra's gonna go around
No,
being
I-
like, it's all my fault.
Yeah.
Ven's gonna go around just doing Ven things. And Aqua's going around being like, Terra, it wasn't your fault. I just want my friends back.
No, correction, Derek. It's Terra goes around going, I must redeem for my actions.
Oh my fucking God.
Aqua going, there's nothing to redeem for, you didn't do anything. And then Ven's just like, I'm here because they need a Sora fill-in.
Oh my god, you're 100% right.
And that's pretty much this whole fucking game.
Oh my god, I hate it.
But he refuses to see it.
Because you can't have a Kingdom Hearts game without a character that kind of sort of resembles Sora. Like, they just
right.
literally won't let you make the game for some reason.
You're right.
Join me.
That's why any game where you play as a character that isn't Sora, you play as someone who looks like Sora,
Or has some
there's a
relation.
second campaign of a character that looks like Sora.
Can't wait for Kingdom Hearts 4.
My favorite one is the one where you don't play as Zora, but you play as Zora's clone in a computer. Which perfectly wraps into what we were talking about last week, when I was just like, what if your brain was put in the computer, you'd never want to leave?
You talking about that in this one or the different thing?
No, it's like it was this one.
Okay, I
Yeah.
don't remember what recording session we did that in.
It was like the third part of last week's recording for
okay.
this game. Or the fourth part? No, it was like the fourth part, because it was right before we had to, like, end forever, and, like, not go back into it. And I won't go back into it, because it's massively convoluted.
I like both love it and hate it.
Yeah.
We unlocked Dark Volley.
Wow.
We got Xehanort's report. We also need to get every single one of those. And to get all the Xehanort reports, it's a pain in the ass.
Nice. Ventus, and he's just like,
Take me with you.
where am I? No.
I can't do that, Ben.
You're mean.
Why?
He runs away and cries.
I just...
When I really need you, Ben, I know
I
I
really need you. I know you'll be there, Ben. Haha, that was all I needed to get to say thanks, man.
You're my friend.
You're my friend.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess.
you're right. Thanks, Ben.
Bye forever.
So, you know what the most annoying part about this is?
Yeah.
So we're gonna leave this world, but then I'm gonna come back immediately because there's a chest that they show you, but you can't get,
Nice.
which is fucking obnoxious.
That's pretty good, though.
Oh, more plot.
I bet Aqua comes out of the waterfall. This is a horseshit game.
Hey, you old coot!
Yes.
You said I wouldn't get hurt. I didn't sign up to be collateral damage. No way, as if.
Does that Keyblade look familiar?
It's the one with the eye, but where's the box?
Okay, fine.
The one with the dick in
He
it.
found an apprentice.
You still need me. You still need me to do something, right? And all I'm asking is that you hold up your end of the bargain. I mean, what's a little scratch on my face, huh? All things considered. I'm just lucky you didn't steal my heart like Princess whatever it was. That would have ruined
Damn
my
it,
life for
Princess,
sure.
whatever your name is.
Unlikely. A powerful light still lives inside of Terra.
Yoda.
You see, people like him, they don't have
Bad guy.
hearts.
So wait, you mean he's not the one?
He reminds me of Yoda was like
He's
a
not the
bad
one
guy.
who stole her heart? Yes.
Single smirk. No, seriously, Xehanort reminds me of if, like, Yoda was a bad guy. Because he, like, talks in nothing but riddles. And, like, he's just such a smirky asshole about things instead of explaining anything to anyone.
So fucking annoying. So we got 3 more worlds, but let's go to those in a moment.
Okay. So, back to Persona. I know we kind of keep getting jarred by plot.
It's alright.
Yeah.
There won't be plot for a little bit,
okay.
So you can rattle.
So they turned one of the characters into a black guy with a baseball cap now, and I think it's hilarious because they inadvertently made the game super racist because of it. Because in the original Japanese game, when translated, they make a lot of allusions and jokes about him acting like a monkey.
Oh,
and they turned him into a fucking black guy.
No!
Yeah. So, like, they at least I hope it was inadvertently, made the game, like, super fucking racist. For no fucking reason.
That's
like,
bad.
Yeah, like, I'm like, what are you doing? It's so bad. And, like, they eventually made the game, they eventually remade and re-released the game on the PSP. And that version removed all the fucking localization changes, so all the characters look like how they should, and all the dialogue is how it should be. Except for the one line that could be construed as racist, they changed that one to be a little less racist.
That's good.
It was a rhyme. I don't think it was meant to be racist. It's because they were comparing them to zombies.
Ah.
And in the games, the zombies have, like, grayish green skin color. And they were like, they have a rhyme where it ends with my skin is white, so you know, blah blah blah, and that's how they get back in. But, like, it could be misconstrued as racist, especially when you make one of the characters black for no fucking reason. So they ended up changing that line to be less fucking... But now it doesn't rhyme, so it seems so now it's, like, weirdly out of place, but, you know, whatever.
But whatever, it is what it is.
It is what it is, you get what you get. I feel like they could have tried harder to make it rhyme now. So, but whatever. Anyways.
Like I just said, it is what it is.
Yep. So yeah, there's all that. They also removed, like, half the game in the English release.
That's annoying.
Well, they removed the Snow Queen quest, which is, like, a secret unlockable quest that, like, you should really only try to go through after you beat the game once, because it's fucking stupid hard from what I was told. So there's that. But when they re-released it on the PSP, they changed everything back to how it should be, and they brought back the Snow Queen quest, and everything's cool now. Everything's good.
We're good. We all good? We all good.
But here's where shit gets fucking obnoxious again. So, Persona 2 is actually 2 separate games that make one game.
I don't like that.
So, there's Innocent Sin and then Eternal Punishment. But they're both Persona 2, and you have to play one after the other to get the full story. Here's why this shit is fucking obnoxious. Persona 2 Innocent Sin, the first game in the Persona 2 story, didn't get localized to America on the PS1. The second half of that game, Eternal Punishment, did get localized to English for the PS1.
Oh, I love it.
So, both games are designed to be played standalone,
but
you're missing a huge chunk of plot if you fucking skip the first game. Because at the end of the first one, spoilers, at the end of the first one, at the end of the first one, you go back in time because it's the only way to stop the world from being destroyed and preventing one of your friends from dying. So, like, you have to go back in time, and that resets everyone's memories.
Memory!
So, the second game still works as a standalone thing, because technically, as you're playing it, the characters get memories of their past, so then you're technically like... essentially, if you play the second game first, you ironically have more in common with the player characters, because you don't understand what the fuck is going on either, and you have to learn it slowly with the characters, so it still kinda works. But it's just weird that the first game in the series didn't get localized till 15 years later when they released it on the PSP. Here's the really ironic part. They remade Persona 2, Innocent Sin, and Eternal Punishment for the PSP as well, but only in Japan. In America, only Innocent Sin got re-released. Only Innocent Sin got released on the PSP. The second game, Eternal Punishment, got fucking didn't get re-released in the US. So now, if you want to play the whole second game, you have to play the re-released version on the PSP for Innocent Sin, the first one. And then, you have to get a copy of Eternal Punishment for the PlayStation 1 to play the second half of the story, because even though the game was recreated from the ground up on the PSP, they didn't want to localize it and send it to America. They localized Persona 1, they localized the second, the first part of Persona 2, but not the second part, and then they remade and re-released Persona 3 for the PSP. Why did they skip over the second one, which is also the only one that was originally released in English? What logic is that? So yeah, playing through the Persona series is a fucking pain in the ass. Like, just the biggest fucking pain in the ass I've ever had to deal with. At least fucking Kingdom Hearts got all the games in all regions. Like, Persona didn't even get all the games.
That sounds like a you problem?
It is a me problem, and I'm very upset about it. Technically, it's not a me problem, it's a Persona fan problem. If you're a fan of Persona, you have this huge hurdle now of playing all the games. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's alright, because I already know, because fucking... when there is a hardcore fan base for anything, there is a localization team that has already released your game in English.
We are on that.
But, like... See, that's the one thing that I don't get, is because, like... They always... Game companies always sit there and they're just like... But all the piracy! And it's just like, well, maybe if you released your game in all regions, you would have less piracy. Crazy thought, right?
Just maybe.
Just maybe! It's because they do that shit all the time. They'll release games either only in America or, like, only in, like, European territories. And then they'll just be like... Man, we lost a whole bunch of sales because of piracy. And it's just like, well, yeah, it's probably because the people from the English-speaking territories went, well, they released it over there and it's in English, so I'm gonna just take that and then play it over here. Because my console is region-locked, so I can't play this foreign game on my console. I'm just gonna pirate it and play it on my emulator. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of like, no shit that was gonna happen, dude. Like, that's what happens when you... It's like, that's what happens when you lock games by region and then give people no ways to play them.
Yeah, I don't... That just never made sense to me.
Yeah, I'm so happy that it's finally dying, Nintendo.
Yeah,
They still fucking do it, and it bugs the hell out of me. I don't know if the Switch still does it. I know they've done it all the way up to the... Here's the irony, right? Of region-exclusive things. All their consoles were, like, region-locked. But none of their handhelds were region-locked until the 3DS, when they decided to region-lock it. Which is at the exact same time that Sony was just like, yeah, we're not gonna region-lock our systems anymore. And it's like, ah, Nintendo. You're so behind the times. As always.
So we only have a couple more minutes on this episode. So I'm just gonna kind of... just grind a little bit.
I get that.
Yeah.
Fire!
Fire!
I might go into the plot of,
A different game.
First Persona 2. No, like, the actual plot, because the plot is batshit. And
Next
I think
episode.
you'll love it, but I need
great.
a full episode to go through that shit. Because Persona 1's plot is simple, without doing too many spoilers. The main point of that plot is, like, you, essentially one of your friends is bedridden, and then this crazy demon world opens up, and then, like, you start fighting demons, and then at the end you find out your bedsick friend was actually bedridden the whole time, and they created all this. We're in her dream now.
Oh.
And like, cause like, if you break down Persona characters by power levels, all the characters from Persona 2 and 3 just destroy all the characters from 3 onward. Because, like, 3 onward is, like, they have to go to these special realms to use their Personas. Personas 1 and 2, you can use your Persona in the real world. You can beat up on regular old humans like an asshole. Like, there's one character that's so powerful that she literally sucks an entire town into her dream reality. It's like, what the fuck? Like, no character from 3 onward can do that shit, except for the main protagonist of 3. Who literally becomes a demigod by the end of the game and locks death behind a gate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
On that
note, we'll get into that next time. We'll see you then. Peace.